Greetings, this is Zane. I'm going to show you today how I make drum loops using MIDI clips in Ableton Live. So when you open up an empty Ableton session, you're going to get a screen that looks very similar to this. First thing you want to do is go over to your menu and click on Drums and find a drum set that you like. Sometimes it'll take a second to find one. We're going to use this one. Once you get it, just drag it over to an empty MIDI track. And you'll see this is it right here. So if I double click on one of these little scenes, it lights up purple because that's the color of the track, and it gives you this screen. The way to get out of this screen is hit Shift Tab, and this is letting you look at the instrument, which is this Kit Core Session Drum Kit, and Shift Tab will take you back also to the MIDI notes that are on this. So we're going to make some music with this instead of just letting it sit there. Now if I press play or space bar on that scene, you get this moving line goes across. You can turn your metronome by clicking metronome on by clicking that. And so we quickly learn this 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in 4/4 time, and those are 1, 2, 3, 4. So from there, you'll notice that my mouse is going from an arrow to a pencil. That's because I'm pressing the B key, and this is a shortcut for this little emblem right here. Because when you're using this arrow, you have to double click on whatever you want. If you want to hear what it is that you're clicking on, I'll do them over here. So if I want to hear what this sounds like, I'm recording it. I'm sorry, I'm monitoring it. That's the monitor button. So I like to do it with the pencil because it's really quick. Now, one cool thing you can do with the pencil, or without the pencil, let's do one right here. If you grab this little stem right here, it changes the velocity of the MIDI note. So the darker the red, the harder. Imagine if you're hitting a hi-hat. You're basically changing the dynamics of this. Another cool way to do it with the pencil is press and just drag up or down. And those little variations in dynamics are going to make your drum signal sound a whole lot more musical and less mechanical. So that's something to think about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a slower grid. So let's do, you can change the tempo of something by just typing it in, or you can just drag it. We'll do 70. It's kind of slow, but I kind of know what I want to make. So this is what 4/4 would sound like. A 4 on the floor groove, which is not going to sound good that slow, I don't think. I want to make these a little bit harder. Another cool trick is you can highlight these and hit Command D for duplicate. I'm satisfied with that. Now you'll notice if I take this loop button off, it's just only going to play it once. So you definitely want the loop button. Another thing, maybe you use count ins. You can change where you want to start. So if you hit -1, it's going to start way back here. So say that you're using this as a backing track for, you know, a solo instrument and you just need some drums. There's your count in. That just closes that window. So that's kind of cool. So now I have this sound and I'm going to be satisfied with it. I'm going to come over to this scene and hit Command R for rename and call it Slow Jam, semicolon, and then I'm going to type in my tempo, which is 70 BPM, semicolon, then I'm going to type in my time signature. So now when I launch this, no matter what this time signature is, tempo is, it's going to go to 70 because it's reading this command. So let's work on this a little bit. These are all a little bit different when you're looking at these drums. You just have to click on them. Some of them look different than this, but I like to come over here and select what we were playing with and just sometimes that's fun. You can get some good sounds out of it. This is a compressor, so it's going to sound good. Maybe that snare needs a little bit of needs a little bit of something. And maybe I don't like those hi-hats. Click this little button and it brings up hot swap mode. If I hit enter, it gives me that, which is terrible, so I'm going to hit Control Z. What's cool about when you do that, it's only going to go into your monitor. So if you're doing this live, it's only going to be in your headphones, so you're not going to make the mistake that I just made. But what I want is a shaker instead of these hi-hats. So I'm going to come down here and find egg shaker. And that sounds good. But what I noticed is the egg shaker is kind of bright. So I can either pull the highs down there or I can go over here to the audio effects and grab an auto filter. Grab it right here. And that just kind of mutes the whole track, which is kind of nice if you're wanting it in the background, just providing a little bit of rhythm. I'm going to turn it off right now. Another thing I like to do is grab a simple delay and put it right here. Link them together because I don't hardly ever use stereo. And if you give it a listen, so now all of a sudden our really simple drum loop that was made by somebody that's not a drummer. Sounds a little cooler. And these are presets. I like 3 because I'm pretty sure this is a dotted eighth delay. So there's some neat things you can do. I hope that really helps you. Check out some more of my videos.